What's going on, bro? Maybe found that. Hold on. Let me check something. Give me a second. 4 bars, man. That's crazy. 4 bars. So, the other spot, I was running on E. I had shit. I don't even know, dude. I couldn't even tell you. I had 1 bar. I had a 1 bar, but I couldn't tell you the specifics of why. Cause like I'm on top of the hill. This is yesterday. I was on top of the hill. We're on the side of the hill right now. You know, we're not necessarily at the bottom, but like we're below a hill. But it's 4 bars right here. Like I'm telling you, man. Certain spots got the best connection, best phone connection. I don't know why. And the whole week it's been sun. I mean, I was working most of the week, but today's my first full day off, and I was just like, bro, it's been sunny the whole time. Talked to the dry cleaning lady, same thing. What's going on, Jax? Talked to the dry cleaning lady. She's like, yeah, how's your day, man? Like, what's going on? And she's, it's been pretty slow. I was like, but it's sunny though. You getting all the sunlight coming through the window? Shit crazy. And you already know what we on, bruh. You know what we doing. So we gonna see, man. I gotta inspect the you know what I'm saying, what we working with, man. They said buy 4, get 1 free. So let me see what we working with. Right there, man. Bam, you got your night mail, I got my cigars, bruh. Hold on, man. Let me see. Cause some of these, that packaging cool. This one's cool. The Macanudo and the 2 Macanudos is cool. This one a little ashy. The ashy joint I might have to pull out. Pause. That's cool. So you know what I'm saying? This Don Pepin Garcia. So yeah, I might have to go with this one because it seemed a little faded. What's going on, Jack? Talk to me, man. What's going on, bro? You early, man. That's crazy. You always early. I appreciate you dropping in. You just scoping the chat. You scoping the YouTube. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, last time I was here, man, they had a forgot that dude's name, but it was like a veteran dude, a Native American dude. He was chilling, man. He was going through some shit. Motherfucker half drunk, if not getting over something. And he was just chopping it up with us for a minute over here, talking to us about paintings and his service. So he started explaining some shit. But I think why he was speaking about the paintings was mainly for there's a specific painting that depicted his people, like representing his people. You know, it was an interesting conversation. Your deck set got messed up, and there was 2 gold circles and another 2 gold circles and another fox brush in it. So you basically got a free one. That's kind of crazy. Listen, whoever did that, and I'm assuming you bought it at like Walmart. Whoever did that for you on accident is a good person. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm proud. I'm happy, man. Marpino, what's going on, man? What's this about, bro? What's the noob, bro? What's the noob sidebot conversation about? Hey, just say hi, man. You don't got to do the noob stuff. You got to do all that today. We're not on that today, man. We live in our life, man. Oh, there you go. You got him out of here. So you got a minute to think about it. I appreciate that, man. As I say, that's why I be giving people mod roll, because I trust y'all judgment way more than my own. I'll entertain some goofy shit, but that's probably why I'm still in my predicament and situation. Because I entertain. I was talking about this in the last live stream, man. Sometimes you end up hurting something more while you're trying to help. Appreciate you, Jax. Appreciate you always. And it's funny, man, because it's like that's probably why I'm just still living. I'm living to some degree. There it is, man. Don Pepin Garcia. It is the I don't know. It seems like a Connecticut. Like a not really Robusto, Connecticut. I don't know. I'm still learning my shit. Still learning my shit. Place that joint right here. Yeah, we on that. Let's see. Let me flip that inside out. But yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Here, let me take the tape off. Doing my best out here, just in life, living, whatnot. You know, it's it's been. I was talking to a friend on the phone the other night, man. I realized it's been mentally stressful for a lot of people, man. You know, it's been mentally stressful for a lot of people, and everyone's just trying to figure their way right now. You know, everyone's trying to figure their way. Also, trying to do it alone. So as much as you collaborate with other people, do your best, man, to figure out who your friends and family truly are, and move from there. That's all I can really say in that regard. You know, this adhesive right here, it don't look too it don't look too fresh, man. I don't like that, but we're gonna see. Oh man, I ruined it already. Give me a second. Give me a second, man. Stop smoking. Listen, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you looking out for me in that regard. But you know, it's just what I do, man. But what's my guy, Cobra Kai? It's Miami. It's Miami to what? Yeah, let me know. Break that down for me, man. Break that down for me. What's that about? You rock with Cobra Kai though? You like the show? Yeah. I remember the movie as a kid. I barely remember it, I should say. And then people kept in touch with the new show and stuff. I think I knew someone. I used to work with someone who, on the side, she told me not to tell her business, but on the side, she was auditioning, to my understanding. I don't know if she got the role or not. She'll never tell me nothing, but I thought it was cool that she auditioned for it and she had a Zoom call or a Zoom meeting to be like an extra. You know, she was still getting placements and roles in not necessarily movies, but just Hollywood related stuff. That was kind of cool. So I enjoyed that aspect. But yeah, it's chill, man. You know, this park here, man, before they remodeled it, it used to just be I swear to God, it was just the yard. Like it was just greenery and benches. Here we are. Still kind of it's not that firm. See if you could get it off in one go. Yeah. You need to start bringing the straight cutter back, but the V cut's my thing. That's my main thing right there is the V cut. So I appreciate those dropping in, man. We just chilling right here, catching some sunlight, trying to get as much sunlight as possible. Second cup of coffee. We doing the most, doing what we can. You know, we doing the most. Different type of firmness here. There we go. There it is. Yeah, there it is, man. Joint burning. Nice and moist paws. You know, it's good, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to get as much sunlight as possible, bro. It's the heart of January, if not leading into February right now. It's the heart of winter. You know what I'm saying? Nighttime. Actually, last night when I started walking home, that's when it started to kick in. Temperature started dropping from like 31 to 29. I'm like, I'm about to die, bro. Hell no. I was bundled up just like this. But I just couldn't handle it. Pause. I was like, damn, it's too much, man. I was like, it's too cold for me, man. It's too cold. Too cold for me, you know? But it's funny because where I'm trying to move to is actually gonna be colder, you know? But I'll be in a better mindset. That's the other thing, man. I'll be in a whole better mindset. And that's really what matters. That's what counts sometimes. Welcome back, Jax. Yes, sir. Always good to have you here, bruh. Yeah, man. Jax, you keeping up with football, Jax? Shit, your team and my team might end up shit back in the damn Super Bowl. I'm with it. Let's get it. I'm happy either way. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, well, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted the Jaguars. I wanted that Jacksonville to show up. I wanted the Texans to show up. Texans never been there. I mean, Jacksonville never did too. But I root for the underdog, you know. And if it ain't my team, I root for the underdog. If not the division, I rock with our division, man. NFC West is deep. For those wondering. I don't be hating on Niners fans and Rams fans like that. I really don't care, but I root for Seattle first. I'm just one of those, you know. Yeah, buddy. Let me see, man. You know, Jax, I was planning to do a lot of. I was about to lock in and do a couple more. I actually uploaded like 8 to 10 videos today. Today, damn near. I was gonna say 8, a couple vlogs, and then like 4 hour long Octopath Traveler joints. And obviously I need to go home and create some more. So that's why I was like, shit, I'm off. Yesterday was my Friday, so today I'm gonna just lock in. You know, tonight just create, make some stuff. You know, just lock in. That's why I got the second coffee. I was like, yeah, let's keep the energy going, man. You know, when it's my time off, I still stay working and whatnot, still creating. You know, I think hey, I don't know if you were here before, Jax. You might have been gone during that time period. I was telling you, bro. I was like, we gonna get the you gotta have a damn snowstorm. Shit. Hey, pray for Jax. I tried to hold on. Let me check my text. I texted my friend. She live in Iowa, and she said there's about to be a blizzard. It's gonna be below 30, like negative 30. I'm like, that's crazy. Hell no. I said, send me a picture. Negative 30 is crazy. Hell no. Bro, no. That's what's crazy, man. How bad? Hold on. How bad is a snowstorm though? How you know how tall, how many inches the snow's gonna be? That's wild to think about. That's wild to think about, man. You said 13 inches of snow. That's a fucking foot. Got a subway foot long of snow. Oh, and 2 feet. Oh, hold on. Wait, what? You saying 13 degrees? Oh, 13 inches on Saturday. Yeah. But I feel like over there on your coast, like everyone is used to the snow. Like I feel like every year you guys get snow and you guys are used to it. I could be wrong. Over here, we're not used to it, bro. A little bit of snow, we start tripping. But when it's ice, we're not ready at all. 14 degrees. Okay, interesting. 14 degrees is hella low. I've never lived anywhere like that. I mean, I visited Yakima in the wintertime and it was snowy. That's a little different. But that East Coast shit and East Coast Midwest snow, that's different. I don't even understand. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, man. That shit crazy. EG mock, egg mock. Let me know if I'm saying that correctly, man. Just go outside in shorts and a t-shirt sometimes. In the snow? Hell no. Y'all tough though. Y'all tough though. It's like that every day in the winter here in Massachusetts. Man, yeah, Massachusetts and like see I was in New York City, bro, in January last year, I want to say. And EG Mac, got you. Okay. So yeah, I was in New York, bro, and it's crazy because the wind that bounced off of the buildings was crazy. It was like a wind tunnel, like every street you went on. And I was like I was near Manhattan. So obviously like you're just sandwiched in hell of these buildings and shit. The wind is just blowing and screeching through the alleyways and the fucking street. And then when you went to the subway, it was the same thing. And we had like one of the hotels I was at, there's a revolving door up front, right? The wind was blowing so hard that fucking revolving door was spinning by itself. I was like, bro, this shit crazy. Mind you, this wasn't even snow, so I don't know how they deal with the snow. Well, they got Tims. Everybody in New York be wearing Tims and shit. Or whatever they got. But that shit crazy. Now I wanted some snow this year. I mean, I wanted it during like Christmas. It'd been nice to have like a snowy Christmas. We haven't had that in years. There was one year where it kind of I think we're all hanging out, me and my cousins and shit at the house, and then it was snowing a little bit, but it didn't stick. But it was nice to see, you know. So I just like the gesture, Mother Nature's gesture of just giving us some snow on the holidays. You know what I mean? What more can you ask for? You know, right next to the ocean, all that sea breeze. What part of Massachusetts, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just assuming you're right on the coast. Yeah, that's crazy. Boston, Mass, man. I just know in that what is it, Brogden? I think it's Brogden, right? Brogden, Massachusetts. That's where my guy Marvin Hagler's from. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, bruh. Legend, legend out there. You know, one of the goats. West side, west side of Massachusetts. Oh, but you're still by the water. That's kind of crazy. I guess I don't really know my like the shapes of some of my states. Like everybody knows NYC, but like everyone forgets about like the eastern side of it. I mean, sorry, the western side. Excuse me. And it's like that over here because the water. I mean, the more vegetated water side is obviously to the west, but then inwards we have like dry lands and shit over in eastern Washington. So it's a similar thing. But yeah, we're like we got water here, we got hella water here, but we're not necessarily by the coast, if that makes sense. So I wonder if your shit is like that. Most cities be next to a river though. Most cities and towns be next to a river of some sorts. If I remember correctly, I think even when I was down in El Paso, they didn't have no waters. I was like, ain't no water up in here. You might have had like a canal, like some man-made shit. Actually, I don't remember. I gotta go back. No, I don't need to go back. Gotta save my money. But yeah, man. That Massachusetts, something else. I'll be meeting people from the New England area, man. And when they, you know, when they move here, they're like, yeah, this winter ain't shit. Like it's cold, don't get me wrong, but it ain't shit. That's how easy we got it. But I just can't handle it. Oh, you got the Connecticut River. Okay, that makes sense. But I was in Alaska one time, but it was the summertime. And like you see how bright it is right now? Like me and my friend, we're hanging out by the at the beach, by the water or whatever. Or like the side of the river. And the thing about it was their river is like all gravel. It's not sand, it's like gravel, like rocks and shit. And we're sitting there hanging out, just skipping rocks and just talking and shit. You see how much like this is right here? Like the way it is like that? It was looking like this. And then we said, what time is it, man? We gotta go back to the hotel. It was come to find out it was midnight and it was this bright. And then I talked to the people. I said, damn, is this what it's like in the summertime? I said, yeah, it's gonna be like this. The sun doesn't set for 3 months. I was like, what's it like in the wintertime? It's like the complete opposite. But they started explaining something about the little river delta over there. The little river delta, there's like small like towns and shit across the river, like in different spots. Like, you know, different groups of people, different whatever, in different areas. And they said that whole thing freezes over and they either walk across or they just get on these little like snowmobiles and just go straight across and just go visit other people in different towns or you know across the whatever the frozen river. Otherwise, in like normal, I don't know what the word is, like weather, climate, whatever, they would just be on boats, just going across. And they took us on a boat though. It was summer. They took us on a boat. It was really nice. We saw hella eagles up there. It was kind of dope. But yeah, yeah, they get months or days and months. Yeah, yeah. It's just 3 months of night. Fuck that. And I guess the farther north you go, it's worse. You know, you go farther north, it'd be like 4 to 6 months. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. The real North Pole, you know? My man's signal's different. He got the different signal. What was that? Yeah, I don't know if y'all could hear that. I thought he was hoop banging for a second. I'm like, what's this? I was like, hold on. What's this? My bad. You missed the beach, bro? How far are you from the beach, man? Hey, Loki, I need to get by the water. I thought about moving. We got a spot called Cannon Beach down in Oregon. It's pretty nice, man. It's still Pacific Northwest. Like you get the evergreen trees and shit and the greenery, but like you get the beach also. It's really dope. They all help each other out there. They need each other to survive out there. I mean, you know, for some people, it's like I get why you still live out there, especially if it's like ancestral lands and shit. But then on the other hand, it's like, damn, that shit too cold, bro. And you got all these other places to live. You might as well live somewhere else. The problem with Alaska though is like you gotta hustle up a bit just to fly out to get to the lower 48. They kept calling us the lower 48. I didn't know what they were talking about. I was like, yeah, lower 48. You guys got it a little different. I was like, you're right. Oh, that was another thing I was gonna tell you was we went. You know, the kids were excited to leave our program that afternoon, and they were going somewhere together. I was like, where you guys going? I was like, we're going to the new grocery store. So that's what they were excited for. Like, you know, people be excited to go to a new mall. Over there, they were excited to go to a new grocery store. And they had everything. It was like the first time they ever had like a, I don't even know, like a Fred Meyer's type shit. But they had a different name for it. But anyway, we go in there and like a box or a can, or excuse me, a gallon of Tropicana was like 17, whatever, 17.38, some shit like that. Reese's was like $9. It's like, the fuck, why are these prices so high? And it's like, oh yeah, you're shipping shit through Canada and then up through Alaska and then through the small towns. So it's a lot of shipping fees that get covered over there. So the cost of living is like, I don't want to say high, but it's compensated, if that makes sense. It's just weird. It's just weird shit. Oh my bad. You haven't been in a minute. You said it's like 4 hours away. That's crazy. How is it 4 hours away? Is it really 4 hours away? Are you talking about a specific beach, or like a Are you saying a specific beach or like a Yeah, it has to be. It has to be because I feel like you're closer to the water from there, man. You got to be closer to the water from there. You want to move to Texas or Arizona? I'm trying to move to Texas, bro. But I'm about to go somewhere else. I swear, I'm about to go somewhere else. I went to Texas 3 times, but I still want to go to like Dallas and shit. You know, get some. It's a very specific one. Okay, I got you. You said a couple winters ago, 0 degrees. 0 degrees? Hell no. -14. Hold on. Yeah, -14 at least, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. I swear the lowest we had was like 15 or 20. I could be lying. Like, just not negative, but just regular 15, 20. But shit, yesterday was 29. I was like, bro, this is bad. I need to go home. Only thing keeping me warm was smoking. That was it. She was crazy. Yeah, what part of Texas, bro? EX, bro. EX, bro. What part of Texas you going to? You know? Every time I go, I get some barbecue. Man, I was in El Paso. They had the fucking Chico's in El Paso. I was looking forward to it, and then I was like, honestly, man, this is too much. It's a lot of sauce, bro. It's a whole lot of sauce and cheese. I wasn't ready for that shit. Oh shit, I stay here long enough. I'm about to gain hella weight, dog. Fuck this. But the thing about Austin, when I was over there, the barbecue was so good. I was like, low key, if I go here, I know I'm gaining like 50 pounds. I got to. But then my cousin was like, you probably won't gain 50 because one, there's hella heat, and then two, you're probably walking around everywhere. Because we started walking around the area, and he's like, you see how fit these people are? Like, they just be walking places and they eat good, and it's clean protein. Like, it's not the type of food that puts you to sleep. And she was right, because I had like a pound and a half one time of them ribs. I went back to the hotel. I thought I was gonna pass out. I ended up doing push-ups. I had so much energy. They cook that shit clean, bro, because they're like steaming or whatever the word is. They're grilling it throughout the whole day. So the moment it gets to your plate, it's just falling straight off the bone. So the food is good for you over there, contrary to belief. Where? Oh yeah, you just said you're in Massachusetts. Um, yeah, man. Have you been there? You got to go there sometimes. You like the cold sometimes. See, Jax, I'm the same way. Yeah, 29 ain't shit for you. That's what I'm saying, bro. 29 is I can't handle it, bro. I can't do it. But it's funny because the place I'm going, like I'm trying to move to, is gonna be colder than here anyway. Like it's about to be hella cold. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I got to. Because you know, on one hand, let's say for example, I get better quality of living. If I have better quality of living, then mentally, I could just deal with the cold. Like fuck it, I'm living good already. Now I was born here, raised in Florida. Then we moved back. Okay, hey Florida, I would live in Florida too, but I only been to one place. I think I gotta really think about that. Yeah, I've only been to Tampa, or like the Bay Area over there. Like so I went and seen what's that shit called? Across the water from Tampa. I didn't go to Clearwater, but I went to the other one. The damn, I forgot the name already. It's gonna bother me. If that shit under 20. Yeah, if it's under 20, man. I feel like we had that. See, the thing is, the hottest we got over here was about 115. I'm trying to remember. It was one day it was like 115, and just sitting in the house was terrible. I was like, man, I gotta go. So I just went outside. I was like, my idea is, I go outside, There's this big old park. I walked around. I took the loop. I walked around in the sun for about one loop, and then I was like, you know what? When I go home, I know it's gonna be easy. So I decided to challenge the sun head on. That was fun. 115. Hell yeah, I'll do that shit again. I fuck with the heat. You know, fuck with the heat. When I was in the Philippines, that shit was. I was like, yeah, I fuck with this. It's just the humidity. I gotta get used to that. Yeah, Jacksonville. I was rooting for the Jaguars, dog. 21 degrees right now. I'm on my porch smoking this shit. Oh yeah, 21 degrees is crazy. Now we've seen that before, I'm sure, but I just don't remember it. And more than likely, I was probably inside, just like wrapped in a blanket. You know, rocking layers and shit, rocking layers indoors. You know how I go. Yeah. Hey, remind me what? So in Tampa Bay, right? What's the city across the water, across the bridge? You know what I'm saying? You have the heat. Oh, you know what that is too, man. Yeah, at school, especially like end of the year and then beginning of the year, because sometimes September's still warm. Yeah, some people don't take care of they pits, man. So I know that feeling, man. Especially like you do gym class in the summertime with some people, it's terrible, Jax. That's terrible. Stanky, stanky. Yeah, man. Boys are raking, just sweat. Like you don't even want to play basketball with people because they just be stinking in gym class. So I know what you mean. That shit funny. I forgot the name of that shit. That's gonna bother me now. It's across the way. Give me a second. It's gonna come to me at some point. But yeah, I liked it over there. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the amount of it's the same concept. The amount of Cuban food that I would eat out there, it's like I could see myself getting like fat or whatever. But at the same time, it's so hot, and then you're moving around so much, it just goes away. You know what I'm saying? The cologne deodorant on deck, yeah. Fucking class be smelling like 10 cans of Bounce. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, dog. Yeah, some people, some kids before they leave the house, they know they gotta swipe the pits. He's like, it's a summer day. Oh, I gotta hit the double, triple swipe, and that's just one side. You know, you make your choice, man. They got the axe sticks now. They got the spray and shit. People be getting holes in their body from deodorant. That shit crazy. That's another crazy thing. Somebody told me that like, somebody burned a hole in their body from deodorant. That shit crazy. I hold my stuff with me at all times. See, I'm the same way, but I'm like that with tooth floss because it's just the way my teeth are. Kind of, I just be I just I don't know, man. It's shit weird, but it's also like a practice I got from having bad teeth growing up. Yeah, depending where I'm at or what's going on, I try to. It's not hot enough here. It's not like the coldest area, but it's also not the hottest area. So we don't have it. Yeah, I don't know. It's very even temperament here. The quick draw Old Spice, yeah, that shit funny though. I forgot what it used to be back then. Back then it was like what speed sticks and shit. Speed sticks and there's one other one. There's another big one. I forgot. You know, whole different time period. Yeah, man. I know it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad at all. You know, weather-wise, things could be worse. But like I've been saying, bro, I'm just trying to chase that quality of living. Texas and Florida though, that Valentino be saying with my life. Is that the name of the cologne? Get that quick spray. I know some man. We used to work with a dude. He was about 450, if not 500 pounds. He's a big dude. Actually from Alaska, man. This dude. And he used to work in sterile processing. He's a good dude. I forget it. Oh no, I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna say his name. He's a good dude. But every time he got in the locker room, everybody had to leave because we had a very small locker room, dog. When he went in there, it just smelled stale, and he knew it. And I was like, bro, I gotta walk out, dog. He was a nice person, but he just knew he was thinking. The problem was he was in that department, and the thing is, you got to put on multiple layers, so that way you're, they call it PPE, and you got to sterilize the surgery equipment. So he's in there sweating. He's working up a sweat, just working on the sinks and doing the sterilization of all the surgery equipment. So as soon as he got out, he's just drenched, and he had to change his scrubs all the time. So we had to get this guy a specific set because he was so wide body. We had to get him like quadruple or whatever XL. The fuck was that? With the crows? I don't know if that was the birds or something else. Might have been the birds. Hold on. Maybe. I ain't got no snacks on me. But yeah, I felt bad for bro. He ended up moving though. He ended up moving back, but he made some good money down here. It's a tough job, man. When I used to do that same job, same position, whatever. I was like, just keep me here. I'll do all the muscle work, man. Let me just carry the shit, rearrange stuff. Let me just rearrange all the equipment and then get it to the cleaners. I might have to be here more often. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to remember too. So like you said, when you know and you're comfortable with that, it's sad to see. The thing about it is there's nothing he can do about it because he just knew he was a big dude. So he's like, bro, I just be knowing I'm sweating. Like there's nothing he can do about it. So, but the thing was, every time he would be in there for like 2 to 3 hours, and he would come out and he would literally just switch scrubs because he knew. So he was being very mindful about it, which is crazy. But he just knew, like, bro, I'm sweating this much. I gotta, reapply some shit. He just knew. It's crazy. But he looked out for us because he didn't have to, he could have just been nasty and walked around, but he knew. Took care of it. Yeah. With people that can. Oh, people that can and don't care. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I attribute that to a little bit of depression, I guess, because when people start what do you call this when people start being less mindful of shit. What's going on here? But I'm scoping the situation. Let me see what's going on. They got in the car. She can't hear me. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there's some people like that. I just feel like I attribute it to depression. Like, whenever you can hear it? Yeah. When you know you can do something about it, but you're not, it's like, wait, what's stopping you? And the reason why I say that's because I had a grandpa. He was like, he's pretty much physically disabled though, so that's different. But this dude used to just never shower, bro, and he would just sit in the living room for a long time. And it started to bother people because it was like we low-key had homeless people in the house, and that's how it started to smell. And at some point, I had to just talk to him, like, hey man, I got the shower ready, I got the chair ready. I'll get you up there. We'll take our time getting up the stairs, but you just need a shower today. Like I had to just talk to him one time, but that's why I always think about that when people just know that they have a hygiene issue. I live with someone like that, and it was just, looking back, he realized the amount of people he had to grieve, if not whatever's going on in other people's minds. So he was just dealing with whatever, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to do something about it. But sometimes people like that are just looking for someone, to tell them. They're just waiting for someone to tell them, which it shouldn't be someone else's responsibility, but unfortunately, it falls on someone else. It'd be like that. She going too far? Oh. Yeah, so I don't even see. I was scoping the situation. I didn't even understand it. Like, it just seemed like some people right here. One lady ran to a car, and then she ran to her car, and then the other people ran to their car, and then they all drove off together right now. So, it looked like they were in a rush to get somewhere. I don't know. Different. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Everyone does operate on different levels, dog. Yeah. I mean, see, for my grandpa though, it's like I get it because he had 7 sons, and at least half of them died before he died. So he had to like witness all of his older sisters pass away, The house that we had here, we had to move out of, so he no longer had the house. We're in a whole new apartment in a whole new environment. Like everyone around him is just dying, and then people younger than him are dying. So he's just probably internalizing shit. And again, he's from that generation where they don't got time to think about that shit. They don't know how to process that. So he's just in a mode. And I didn't know how to recognize that shit either. But I was just like, hey, man, we just gotta get you upstairs right now. We'll give you some soap, whatever. We'll give you your own bar of soap, aloof, all that. Because at some point we're just like watching them. It's like we're enabling the shit. I was like, nah, somebody gotta say something. If it's a loved one, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? If it's a family member, it's easy. A friend, easy. But you don't just be going up to random people on the street that for shit like that, obviously. But yeah, some people just need to be spoken to sometimes. Not in a bad way. You just gotta talk to them. But yeah, it's crazy how that was like. And again, I was a child going through that, so I was like a kid having to take care of this dude like that. My mom was the same way though, low key. I mean, not that bad, but she was bedridden for a minute. But yeah, that shit crazy. I forgot I still had coffee. I was like, damn. Yeah, man. If let's say you had an opportunity to move though, EX, when would you move? Would you do it by the end of the year or by next year? If you had an opportunity or a chance to move? Because I'm trying to get it. I'm not trying to do another winter here personally. So hopefully I get out of here. Actually, that's a long stretch, but hopefully I get out of here soon. I don't know when. I got to sit there and calculate my exit. Picking up a second shift will help. Get rid of some debt, knock it down, and then just get on out of here. But other than that, I don't know. When your grandparents move, oh, okay, that's fair. You guys all living together as a unit, like as a family. That's good if you are, man. Just save up in the meantime if you can. Yeah, it ain't easy, man. I do think it's unfair that like people got to pick up extra shifts just to make more money. Because at the same time, when does the body get time to rest? You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit don't add up. A lot of this, at least at my job, the union, we had a meeting the other day about that shit. It was like people aren't getting paid enough. Cost of living in this county, if not the city, it just be going up. A lot of people just they roommating together and shit. Not in the same. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, got you. I got you. Yeah, that's good that you're being like vigilant about that, about the grandparents or whatever, man. Excuse me. It's crazy. My bad. Oh shit. We're just swiping the screen. I just thought about it too, man. You guys are like 3 hours ahead. That I'm picking up Saturday and Sunday because one of my coworkers. Oh, yeah, yeah, that happens, man. Bro, we had a coworker. This dude, what's it called? What did he? You know what he used to do, man? He used to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go on a trip. So if you want to pick up overtime, you can cover while I'm gone." And I was like, I used to take it. I was like, I'll work extra days throughout the week and just cover his shift because he had an easy assignment. And then lo and behold, we found out within a year's time the fucking. There's one time this good dude took a trip. He said, "I'll be gone for 2 weeks." He's like, "All right, bro, cool. I'll take over the time." We it's like some normal shit. He just always going out of town. And it's like this dude got hella vacation time. That's crazy. He been working here for long though, so that makes sense. And then out of nowhere, the fucking regional manager, or whatever, she called us and was like, "Hey, is he there right now?" I was like, "No, he's on vacation." He's like, "Yeah, he's on vacation. Why is he clocked in right now?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, his whole time card is clocked in for the rest of the next 2 weeks. Like he just inputted it. He just typed it in for the next 2 weeks. He's never spent his vacation time. He has it. He just never spent it. So the dude was just like stealing money. So he was out of town for free, dog. This dude was still getting paid. That shit crazy as hell. They finally got his ass. I had already left. I had already quit the job. And I had called them dudes like a couple months later, like a year later, like, "Hey, how you guys doing? What's going on?" They said, his ass got fired. I was like, "Well, finally, damn. I was there for 5 years. He should have been gone. He should have been gone by the second year." Come to find out he was doing that shit the whole time. He been there longer than me. He's doing that the whole time. He's been stealing, and he owed us shit. So it was like, it's not like they're going to start pressing charges and shit. They're like, "Bro, you just got to go." You've been violating the whole time, and that shit was crazy. Funny as hell, but it was crazy. You know? Can you imagine that though? Like you just clock in ahead of time for 2 weeks. Like yeah, I'm just gonna because the thing is you can punch in numbers ahead of the weeks if you're gonna be out. Like all right, I'm gonna utilize. All right, this is my schedule. These 5 days. You just punch in vacation, sick time or whatever. Doing that stuff. And he was just stealing money the whole time, and he was just holding on to his vacation. He was gonna cash out when this. I don't know what he was trying to do, but it was just crazy, crazy. Yeah, they let him skate for a long time. He did have a I remember one time I had a problem with him, and then the thing was I talked to him about it, and he didn't want to adjust his behavior. So then I had to speak to the manager. I was like, man, I hate that I have to talk to her because my thing is I'll talk to you first before I have to talk to a higher up. I just want to be able to speak to you personally. And he was just being a dick about it. So they had to talk to someone else above him. Come to find out, the dude above him had his back the whole time until they fired that guy. It was a corrupt ass place, man. And people be finding ways. I can't stand that shit either, man. I can't with that shit at all either. It's just like I don't know, man. You ever heard the saying, if everyone does a little bit, no one has to do a lot? This motherfucker ain't do shit. So we used to pick up all his work. Every job, they got one. Just like that. Every job in space. Oh, damn. Why they hold the message? Hold on, let me see. I'm just show it. Wait, hold on. So the new girl that her trainer wasn't going to be there, and her friend tried pressing me. I almost tore his ass up in that store. Wait, told the new girl, so that's someone you work with, that her trainer wasn't going to be there. Got you. And her friend tried pressing you. And so the friend was a dude. I got you. Okay. That's weird. What were they in their feelings and upset about? It's like you're just passing along information. That's weird though. That's still weird. Hopefully I'm reading that correctly, man. Hopefully I'm reading that right. Like I was, like you're gossiping. I see what you're saying. Stating that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you just state facts and information. Now we had a situation like that because I worked in healthcare during COVID, or like the start of COVID in like 2020. So I was still able to come to work. I was scared as shit though. I was like, yo, what? We like ground zero for this shit. Anybody can come through here. I was scared. And then like I remember we had these scrubs to deliver, dog, and somebody put a bunch of them. Just to give you an idea, they put it in one tower, one of these towers on the second floor, and it was for the nurses and people who came by to use it. So that way, if they want, if they felt like icky, you could just take off your scrubs and then put on a new set. So then, for whatever reason, I'm getting calls in the night shift. They're like, "Hey, you got to move the set of like the container with all the scrubs in it. You got to move that to another tower." So mind you, we're on the east, and we got to take it to the south. The thing is, there's a bridge that connects all that shit right on the second floor. And I tried to reason with the supervisor for the evening. I said, "Hey, just so you know, if I move this cart with all the scrubs on it, I'm traveling through 5 different departments, and that's a violation of, we're moving something that should be thrown away right away, especially during the COVID time. Like the COVID times like this, we got to throw this shit away, bag it up, and then give them a whole new set. We can't give them the shit that's been sitting here because anything that's been in this department, we're just now cross contaminating through 5 departments based off us traveling before we set it up in the South Tower." She's like, "No, just do it anyway." I was like, "No, I'm telling you, like, I'm not gonna get in trouble for contaminating 5 departments, and this is like CVICU. This is exactly like literally 5 departments. I'm going through 5 things, and this is ICU units. You know what I'm saying? This is rehab units and ICU units. This is where people are the most vulnerable." I was like, "You want me to do that shit? Fuck that." So she over here yelling at me while she had a donut in her hand because they were passing out donuts to all the fucking healthcare workers like on some free shit. Like, "Oh, you guys are doing a good job." So that bitch got a donut, and I'm over here trying to be like, "Hey, man, we can't do that. These are people like in rehab and shit. We can't do that shit." She started yelling at me. I was like, okay, I gotta go to somebody else now. I started telling them my story. They're like, okay, we're gonna have to talk to her. She's still working to this day, bro. She been like, come to find out, everyone in her department, or excuse me, under her umbrella and shit, they're like, hey, she's been doing this shit to every single floor. She's been doing this crazy shit on every floor, bro. She's still working here. I don't know how. And this is the second fucking building she's been working at. I don't understand how she gets by with that shit. Supervisor status, bro. I don't know, something. So we had it out, and I never disrespected her. I never disrespected her. It's just like, and we had to sit there and have a stupid union meeting about the stuff. My representative didn't even know how to represent me. I had to sit there and start talking for myself. I was like, this whole thing fucked up. Just give me my money and leave me the fuck alone. I'm doing my job. Let me go home. But anyway, point I was making was I took that whole cart. I ignored what the fuck she was talking about. I took the whole cart, took it downstairs. I had to bag it up myself. It was like fucking 300 pounds worth of scrubs and shit. Threw that shit out. And I made a whole new cart. Did some overtime. I was like, fuck, I'm doing overtime. Make a whole new cart just to accommodate these nurses and shit. This is crazy. You're not getting me in trouble. Shit we dealing with, man. But yeah, that is cross contam. It's always cross contam, realistically. But and I don't want to say it's funny, but what it took like a year for people to realize, oh yeah, we don't have to do this protocol shit no more. You could just transfer it now. It doesn't matter. But during that time period, like literally in the heart of March 2020, like nah, we not no. No, it was like May. It was like May 2020. Everything was on edge. Everything was protocol, bro. So I'm doing my part. Yeah. Let me check on something, bro. It's like that though. You know, that's another thing. I don't know how long you've been at your job, dog, but it's like, you're there long enough, and then I don't know if I said this last time, but you got people that'll they don't got much going on in their life, man. So they show up to work and they look for someone else's story, or they need to make something up, man. So just be careful with that. Just start. I mean, you probably already have met those people, but just be careful with that shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Serve food, so always try to be clean and do things by the book. Yeah, it's and shit like that is not easy, but as long as you're trying your best and then you're just not ignoring protocol for health, and it's just health, and it's just basic health and safety. It's just basic health and safety, man. Like with this, like whether it's the food industry or whether the little mass permits that you take or whatever. I don't know what the word is, because I have one too. I have it somewhere. One of the mass permits. I have one of those, and it's a little test you take. It's different than like when you're at the actual job. You know what I mean? Rob, what's going on? You're on the way to the baseball field. Is somebody playing today? Who's playing today? Is that spring training? Am I tripping? You guys got like minor league going on? Number 3. Yes, sir. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, it's just protocol, man. It's just health and safety shit. Some people ignore it, but some industries, like it's required. Like food, yeah, that's a level of consumption, right? Hospitals, like it's like safety basically. Or your kid got tryouts. Yeah, man. He got practice. What position do they play? If you don't mind me asking. I think my niece used to play softball and she was shortstop, if I remember correctly. Man, my niece was so embarrassed to talk about her doing sports. Come to find out her school was making like sports cards for her or for the kids. I was like, let me get them trading cards. What the fuck? Let me get a signed card. She wasn't trying to tell us nothing. I went to one of her games. She didn't even tell us the schedule. We had to find that shit out on our own. We're like, let's find out the schedule. We're about to infiltrate one of the games. We're just sitting there in the rain watching her. She's embarrassed. Like, man, you tell us this shit. First and second. Oh, okay. That's dope, actually. Damn, I wish I was good at baseball, dog. Baseball's hard as shit. I didn't have a baseball in my hand, but I was like doing the motion that the pitchers do. I was like, how the fuck do they get 100 miles per hour at 90? I don't know how they do that shit. I mean, that's, don't get me wrong, that's training and conditioning. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, actually, I worked with a dude, bro. His son was like, I forget how old he was, like he's probably 18 now, but he was 16 at the time. He was throwing like 85, 90 miles per hour. He was getting really strong. You know what I'm saying? He was putting him through all these baseball camps and shit, and his son loved it. He was like, I'm about to go to the league. Fuck that. It was crazy. Yeah, the manager that just got hired be catching him cooking with no gloves. Oh no, he's the bare hand bandit. Damn. He's not a bandit though. He's the bear. What is he? Really, the barehanded chef? Some people be like that, man. I seen a dude, bro. It wasn't a restaurant. It was like a cafeteria setting. Some dude I know who worked at a cafeteria, and this is a hospital. I was in the bathroom with this dude. Pause. And this dude, I just seen him walk out. Like I didn't hear no water running, nothing. I was like, wait a minute, because he still had his apron on. You know, you're supposed to take the apron off. Dude just walked in with his apron. You know, sat at the or stood up at the urinal, and he just walked away. And I was like, I thought about it for a second, because I was like, sometimes you look over and you just nod your head like, what's up, bro? And then I just kept peeing, and then he did his thing too. I'm still there. Dude just walked out. I was like, wait a minute. Because I've never worked in food service, but I just feel like that you're not. Am I tripping? You're not supposed to do that. I trained at, like, I don't know if you guys have this place called Cactus. I trained out there for like, I did like a 2-hour training one time, and that shit, bro. I did that for 2 hours, and they gave us all the rules, and I just tried to follow the rules during that time period. But I saw that one dude do it. I was scared. I was like, wait a minute. That's the shit you do at home, but not on the job. Not the job. Yeah, I can't stand that shit either. Barehand barbarian. Yeah, that's right. He's the barbarian. The barbarian. Yeah, buddy. That shit crazy. Oh, my bad. Let's hit the view. View the message. Why isn't it showing? Oh shit, there we go. Meat germs. Trying to dap you up. It's funny, guys. At the hospital, we got so used to dapping each other up, and then at some point we just started going to elbows. So everybody in the hospital started doing Muay Thai. Everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? The meat germs. Pause. Hey, yo. Meat germs. Right? That's crazy. That shit crazy. But no, at some point, I remember I went by the hospital to use some Wi-Fi real quick. I saw my guy I used to work with. I was about to dap him up, and then he hit me with the elbow. I almost forgot because I ain't worked on so long. I was like, oh shit. I hit him with the elbow. Forgot about that. It's as safe as it gets. The germs. Yeah, man. Now that shit crazy. Like on one hand, if you're overly, what's the word? Overly clean or overly aseptic, the moment that any small thing comes around your vicinity or whatever, or like within your bodily system, it will you're gonna collapse. Like things are just gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And on the other hand, there's extremes, right? Like you can't be too overly clean and aseptic, because at some degree you're almost susceptible to the smallest germ, like the very smallest germ. But then if you're overly dirty, you're just overly dirty, and so you got to clean up. Some people just be germed up. Be shadow boxing as I cook. I'm like, my bad, I'm fighting demons. I'd be punching the air too, man. If I worked with people like that, I might get it. See, I'm scared to work in the food industry though. But I work in proximity to like food industry, like chefs and shit. They're pretty chill. They're pretty clean, and they give us free food, man. They give us free lunch, so I love it. You know, that's like one of the best parts of my job, just getting free lunch and shit. Damn. And we got the sunshine right here, and they got the crescent moon right up there, right to the south. Crescent moon coming in. What's that? Looking like it's not waning. It's a waxing gibbous because it's coming in right. Hopefully I got that right. I think it's a waxing gibbous in the sky to my left. That's north. No, hold on. That's south. I'm tripping. Boom, southwest sunlight right to the face balls. Here you know. Love trawling my customers. That's the best part of the day. Yeah. It probably makes their day too though. It probably, you know, they probably leave a tip or whatever. Like what's going on here, man? The sun is like directly in my eyes, man. So I'm like, you don't get a discount or nothing. Do you get free food though? You get like, can you prep your own meals? You know, I feel like they would let you do that. Yeah, we work in proximity to those guys, and because we do so much heavy lifting, they just make lunch for us. Like they put it out, and they're like, "Hey, it's free. If you want to self-serve yourself, go ahead." And we have all these trays, and we just serve ourselves. It's really nice. And the thing is, I don't cook, so it's like it's nice to have food cooked for me. Obviously, you know, I'm always grateful for free food. My whole life, I've gotten free food pretty much most of my life, so I'm like, I'm just always forever grateful. I'm spoiled in that regard. When it comes to food, I'm spoiled. Like I'm telling you, man, I'm surprised I'm not like a bigger person, but I walk everywhere, so that's part of it. We can take we can take a single nugget and oh, I see what you're saying. Can't even eat a chicken nugget. Damn. What about an impossible nugget? They let you take the impossible nuggets? Shit, people be tripping on the impossible stuff at work. I was like, I'll eat anything, man. If it's there, I'll try it. I'll eat whatever, bro. That shit funny. Like I don't know what it is, but it's just like it's edible, whatever. Pause. But yeah, man, that shit funny. Single nuggets, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm grateful at my job, man. They let us get a whole tray if necessary. Ever since I got hired, we've been through like 7 to 10 people because of that kind of. Oh, I see what you're saying. You know what's funny? I don't know if you guys have this, but I don't know if it's true because it was like my first month I was there, and it's funny because I actually seen this dude on the street, not too far from here. It's funny. This dude, bro, he I don't know what the word is. We used to stash these like tomahawk steaks or whatever in the freezer, or they did. Excuse me, that was on their freezer, and I've obviously I've never seen it, so I don't know. But then they said, oh, so and so, the big dude, they used to walk through the hallway. He's gone. I was like, what happened? He said, man, I don't know how he did it, but he took a whole tomahawk steak and he walked out with it. I was like, what do you mean? He's I don't even know if he put it in his pants. I think he just put it. I think he just walked out with the box. He just walked out with a box of tomahawks. Funny enough, that same dude ended up getting a job across the street. I was like, what the? I don't know. It was just crazy. Dude took a whole box of tomahawk steaks, got fired on the spot. I see him walking around to this day. Shit, funny. It was like, don't that shit go on your record? I don't know how that works, man. Rumors just be funny. Let me see. I'm looking at the shadows of this tree right here. Once the sun gets behind this house or this building right there, I know it's done. Yeah, man, it's interesting, man. You know, you ever stay? How long you been at that job? Actually, that's a good question. How long you been at that job? Because you stay long enough, you see everyone come and go, man. There's one dude I worked with, man. I wasn't there, but I heard he had a fight with one of our like bosses, like our managers. I wasn't there for that. I was sad that it went down that way, but he ended up just working next door, like in the department next door. But he was doing good on our side, but it was just like I don't understand the situation that had him fight. That made me sad, but he's still around. But yeah, the amount of people I've seen come and go since I started around August, man. Yeah, if you try to get another job, they can see why you were fired. So yeah, that's what's interesting because I think the other restaurant that hired this dude, they hired him right away, so they probably didn't have time to really look at it, and his resume probably he probably didn't add the jobs, but I'm sure it's reflected when they look into that stuff since the end of September. Oh, so you probably yeah. I think you and I started at our jobs around the same time. I started at mine like well beginning of August. Never mind, but same difference. You know, like you've been there 6 months plus ish. Am I doing the math right? Close to 6 months, right? Yeah. It's yeah, but that's what's interesting, right? Because like within that short time period, you've seen so many people come and go, and then I could say the same thing. I've only been here, less than a year, obviously like half a year, and the amount of people I've seen come and go is really interesting. But I understand it's a very physical job. That's why I'm only doing 3 days a week. Because if I did four, I might be pushing my limits. You know, I work hard. I can't help it. You know, when we work slow, I take my time, but you know, what's the word? Move ergonomically and shit. But I can't. Nah, bro, I can't like. You can't do that shit to the body. That's why I need to get the second job, still get some extra income, but then have something that's easier on the body. Some jobs just like they're straight up, you know, what's the word? Like they're taxing more on the mental. Like you'll be all right. Some people I know that they just sit at an office all day, but just dealing with certain situations and issues, it's like a problem. Because I know one dude, he works in a. It's my guy in the Bay. He works in something with like programs and he helps kids and shit like that. And he said that his coworkers are just like I don't know what the word is, where you're like I don't know what the word is, dog. It's like I don't know. You're like unempathetic or something. I don't know. Just something like that. The amount of people that just with different kids programs and other school programs, people just being very like robotic or whatever. You know, that's a different thing where it's like you're not working your physical there, but just the mental headache of just people who they want to work on programs to deal with people based off of theory, the theory of someone's needs or something, rather than just going into the actual. Because you know, my friend, he's like, I just go to the actual school, I go to the actual community center. I might even go to visit the neighborhood and just talk to people and just get to know people a little bit. And that shit is missing nowadays. You know, crazy to think how long you've been working. Yeah, it's when you really reflect on it, but it's also a good feeling that like if you stayed longer than a month or two, you know, sure the pay's probably good or whatever, or like you just need the money, but that means you're able to stick it through. That's a testament to your if anything, like mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? To stick around for something that may or may not be stressful. That's one thing to think about. That's how I feel. My job ain't hard or tax. Or my bad, taxing on the body got you. It's the way certain customers treat you. Man, when I be in line for free lunch, I try to. Whenever a chef passes me by, I try to say thank you, man. And my friend that used to work with us, he's a dishwasher. I thank him all the time, and I let him cut in line. He said, "Bro, I don't even be cooking the food." I said, "Yeah, but you over there, so I still gotta thank you." You know, so I'm one of those, but I hate that too, bro. Like you know what, my dad he used to work in a, or he used to work in a cafeteria, and growing up they had these signs that said "Please bust your table." So I grew up doing that shit. Like I'll just wipe up after myself, throw my shit away. Man, you be working some of these places, and people be disrespectful, leaving all type of shit. These people already cooking your food and doing all this, that, and the third, and nah, man, I can't do that. Coffee places be the same place. Oh, coffee joints a little different, but it's the same situation. It's like they don't say thank you, they don't say please. It's like whoa, be nice, because that's the thing. I've never worked in a food, beverage, or whatever, dog. But when you guys don't get your pleases and thank yous, that's wrong to me. I feel like y'all deserve that. If anything, you know, that ain't right. They'll move our oh, I see what you're saying, around and then walk off with it looking. They'll walk off with the table. They just take the table home, or like you talking about they move to a different part of the restaurant. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trying to figure out what's going on over here. Yeah, man. Now people be disrespectful to the cashiers and shit, or the food servers. That shit, I don't like that. Be nice to them. You also gotta like, you almost have to joke back with some of the customers and shit. You almost have to troll people. I mean, you already just said you did that, but you almost gotta troll them back just to keep your own sanity. You know, it's funny that way, but you know, I've been there before. Well, different occupation, but yeah, it's like it's their house. Just move things around and not think they think, hey, let me fix what we did. Yeah, that's another thing, man. We got a spot we go to, and we get like sandwiches and shit. And the guy's cool with us moving tables if there's like 6 or 7 of us. But at the end, we always put shit back. We're like, man, we come on, always gotta put shit back, man. Yeah, some people, man, you gotta really ask yourself who raises some of these people, man. That's the other thing. I was fortunate with a dad who my dad would whip my ass if I wasn't taking care of my shit. My mom too. My mom saw I wasn't cleaning after myself. She's like, what are you doing? You're doing this disrespectful shit. Should have fucked me up. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a dope park, man. I fuck with this. It's funny because everybody be out here when it's warm, but you got this sunshine coming through right now. Um, it's as good as it get. I troll the good customers and crash out on the ones who try to talk crazy. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know if you were here yesterday. If you peeped that shit I was talking about yesterday, but you know, you gotta you gotta protect your energy a little bit because we had a situation I worked the other day, man, and one of my friends over there, he got real passionate about some stuff. So he started crashing out on everybody because he was passionate about, well, where do my union fees go? Who do I talk to? Da 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 da. We're trying to reason with him, but at some point he was beyond reasoning. So the point I'm making is like sometimes if the job isn't your actual passion or it isn't what you like to do outside of work, or if it has nothing to do with like nature and just being outside or being with friends and shit, dog, it's like you gotta make sure your physical's there, but you gotta put your heart and your mental and your soul somewhere else, man. So sometimes your physical's gotta be there. You know what I mean? It's almost like autopilot, but you gotta protect your sanity sometimes, man. Because even like working in a hospital, dog, it's like you want a level of like mental whatever and have utmost care for your surroundings. That's just the way I operated. But some people don't even think like that, and they just be like negligent to. It's like the people in this room need it, and they need certain things. And I'm like, I just want to be able to offer it, whether we have the item or not, or whatever. And that shit's kind of crazy. Shit, I got 10%, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. You've had someone offer a fight with me over it. Offer a fight? What do you mean? Like just hey, step outside? You saying like, hey, let's go outside, run it real quick? I have bad disrespect issues. I can get too emotional, and that's the thing, man. It just hopefully you're not taking it too personal. That shit happens, man. That shit it gets everybody's victim to that shit. There's something that ticks everyone off. There's something that really gets under each person's skin. Everyone has their things that they're working on. You know, it's you meet someone that's just like ice cold. Some people just be and nothing phases them. But at the same time, it's always a work in progress or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the amount of shit someone had to go through to get to be that calm, if that makes sense. The amount of shit they had to handle and withstand just to get to that point, you gotta be careful, man. Tyler, oh, they told you to go to a specific street. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I'm right here. They're trying to have you go to a specific. That's people like that want to. They're trying to jump you. They ain't trying to give you a fair one. People who do that shit, they're trying to jump you. That's no fair fight right there, man. You gotta be careful. Don't do it. Don't take the bait. I mean, you know this already, but don't take the bait. That's crazy. You know, don't do that shit. I'm gonna give it like another 30 seconds to a minute, EX man. But I'm about to wrap up, dog. Sun is setting. I'm at 10%, bro. I'm gonna walk back right now. Actually, what time is it? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Got the cigar going today, and I'm on my second coffee, man. So I'm about to stay up tonight and just create. I'm gonna make some videos. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the channel going. But EX, man, I appreciate you dropping in. I appreciate you sticking around, chopping it up. I appreciate sticking around for the conversation. Hopefully, you probably don't need my help, but if anything I said or whatever helped, cool, cool, cool. But I'm gonna wrap it up right here, dog. There it is. He said, I can take disrespect. It's more on how you say it. And if you threaten me, other than that, I'd be grateful. Yeah. Yeah, I think we all go through that, man. We all go through that, man. But you got to check certain things, man. You got to be careful. But yeah, let me wrap this up right here. I'm going to get to walking, catch the rest of these sun rays and whatnot. But yeah, nice to scroll on the shit. God bless. Yeah, God bless, man. And you, and, oh, my bad. And you and your family and friends, man, I'm trying to get as many blessings as I can get. Matter of fact, let me end it on this too, man. When I was getting my second coffee, I walked past my barbershop and I talked to my barber. I was like, hey man, let me grab a coffee. I'm gonna come back around. Came back around after I got my shit. I talked to him and then so first of all, shout out to my guy Jason. He said, just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I said, what's going on? He said, keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I said, talk to me. He said, man, I did a little checkup and come to find out he may or may not have Crohn's disease or some shit. So his body's starting going through some changes and he's a lot he's susceptible to a lot of shit. So if anything, man, I want to put that energy out there. I know it's the end of the video, but it's like, yeah, you're at the end, Bacon, my bad. And yeah, man, just putting that energy towards my guy Jason, my barber. Just he's going through some stuff. He got his checkups. He's keeping his energy positive. He's keeping his energy high. So I want everyone to kind of, just keep the planet or whatever. Keep people in your whoever's close to you, man. You don't gotta keep thoughts and prayers for my barber, but whoever's in your area that's going through stuff or may not be struggling with stuff, whether they say it or not, just look out for them. Think about them in a positive light. Talk to them. That's all, man. I'll leave it at that, man. For those that came in late, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys too, man. I'm about to wrap it up right there. All right, y'all.